Hi friends, it's Jenny, and I'm getting ready to work on this week's A Cherry on Top Sketch Challenge. Now, I printed out the sketch. It's number 430, 12 by 12, 2 photos. Looks like you've got your main background, you got a pattern piece of paper here, maybe some stamping, there's some mixed media, you've got your title and a large embellishment down here. I only have one photo I'll be using this week, and I'm also going to be using my June collection obsession kit, which is called Little Things Mean a Lot from Echo Park. So I've gone through some things already. Let me show you my photo. I'm going to be using this photo of my daughter Elizabeth with Quinn. Elizabeth lives in Florida, and she came in for Quinn's birthday last year, and this was just she just loves her aunt, and I just thought this was the sweetest picture, and that's what I'm going to use. Now I have a whole lot of stuff in front of me, don't know what I'm going to use, hemming and hawing, so let me show you. From this sticker sheet I grabbed these, with the bees. I liked this little title of Love Bug and You Are a Bug Deal. For mixed media stamping, I may use one of these. This is called Flowery Tile, and it's by 49 and Market. I don't see flowers, but I have never stamped it yet, so we'll see. I'm just looking for background stamps. And this one is from Hero Arts, and it's just a star background stamp. And I've never used this, and let's see, it's from 2013. Time to use it. I don't know if you remember, but one of the things I said about my collection obsession kit this month was that I don't have any embellishments to go with it. I have lots of embellishments in my own personal stash, but for the kit I didn't buy anything. I only bought the collection kit. At the beginning of the year I said one of the things I wanted to get into was dies and my stamping. So I pulled out these couple. I liked the different little shapey shapes that I could get here. Thinking of maybe using some of those. I don't know. I like, this reminded me of a nice, the mushrooms, the clouds, the sunshine, just bugs, right? And I've got 2 different bees. I've got this bee from Elizabeth Craft Designs where he's holding a little flower. I don't think we'd need the honey pot, but the bee is really, really cute. And I thought that might be nice for a big embellishment there. Or I also have this bee. If you look here, there's really not an image. I'd have to look it up. This was from Spellbinders, and it was a die of the month in January 2024. It's called Bee Stitched. So if I want to do some stitching, that's kind of what the bee would like. We'll see how much time I want to put into this. I was telling my friends yesterday, I'm enjoying using mixed media or my dies, my stamps, and wanting to be more creative in that way. So we'll see. Papers that I've chose this one. This is the multi-journaling cards, and I chose this. I was thinking about maybe some of the tags to stick out. We've got this little bee here. I don't know what I'll use. This is also a great piece of paper, the Orange Star. Why all the bees, Jenny? Well, this is going to be that block of paper down the side. Maybe I'll get a honeycomb. I think I have a honeycomb die, not die, but I do have a die. I could use a die or a stamp, but I'm going to use the bees. The back of this is a really nice green. This paper is called Buzzing Bees. I'm going to use this piece of paper in some way. This is Free Spirit Fireflies, and I am going to use the yellow side. The other side is Fireflies. This I think I'm going to use as my background for the large background, because I liked how, so this was going to be, the strip that goes down, so I like how it looks against that. But at the same time, to break some things up, I thought I was going to maybe do this and this and this, But the thing of that is that really on the dark, stamping wouldn't show up. Maybe if I do stenciling instead, I'll think about it, because I definitely have honeycomb stencils. We're all in a process here, people, all a process. But this is what I was thinking. I'm gonna layer this out. This will be my big piece. So there's my papers. I don't know if I've got that or not. Don't know if I need any of those. So we'll see. Another thing I had thought about was cutting this circle out to use as a title piece, but we'll see as things go on. I did pull out a lot of things. Mists, I pulled out this month a spritz in the color called Powder Puff. So it's a very light blue. So I'm gonna have to get that all mixed up. And I also have some Mr. Huey's in opaque white. I wanted something that would show up. I did select some Bramble Fox perspectives. You know, I could always use the arrows the wrong way though, so I probably won't use that. Spring memories, this was summer, so no, but I thought maybe the flowers. And then I actually have some that I have gotten rid of the packaging. Oh, I could always use You and Me. That would be good. Good vibes, that's not the right color. I'm thinking it might be You and Me. What's this? Happy Days. Use maybe a yellow. There's a sunshine and a butterfly. Let's see what else is here. A little snail, glasses, flowers. So this, I took these out when we get to that point in the creative process. I will choose from something here. There was nothing big on the sticker sheet to use it as a title. I've got some Spellbinders Color Essentials gems. These are in aquamarine. They're really pretty sparkly for centers of flowers. I have some not Bramble Fox, Scrappin Happy Studio Flair. So this one is just words. These are metal flair. I've got my little mini ones that just have some flowers. I don't know if I'll use this one this month or on this layout, but I've got bees here, sweet as can be. I've got a flower here. There was another bee, more bees. So anyway, here's another Bramble Fox perspective. I need to put this with the other ones, but I also like that Lots of Love, so that could be a possibility. I've got here some Pink Fresh gems. I'm not sure what they call these, but these are Pink Fresh, and I thought if I didn't use the blue, I can use these for flower centers. I've got some liquid pearls as well as a pearl pin, light blue, baby blue, buttercup. Some bees that I've got floating around my area if I choose to use them. These will not be used. I just found them and put them there. And a couple of these flowers. So not sure exactly where I'm going yet, but I'm going to get some things cut out, decide what I want to use as far as dies and stencils and stamps. Get all that kind of figured out, and I'll come back and show you where I'm at. Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I'm back with my completed layout for this week's A Cherry on Top sketch. As a reminder, here is the sketch. It's number 430. This is due by midnight Eastern on June 11th. We got your 12 by 12. There's a large piece of paper here. Looks like I said like some mixed media, or it could be another piece of paper. There's some spatters, a large embellishment here, and your title. Now I only had one photo to use this week. Let me move some of these things. And I did move it to the other side because of the way that she is facing. Looks like some of my embossing paste may not have been dry, but here you go. I used the collection Little Things Mean a Lot from Echo Park. We got the background piece here, the yellow piece, and the bee piece. I did put another piece back here because of the embossing paste that I used. So I used a stencil with some embossing paste. I put some here, A little bit here and a little bit here, you can't really tell. I used Flair from Scrappin Happy Studio. I used acrylic from Bramble Fox. I made this a while ago. I had some fabric in my stash, and I wanted to get a little bit more red in here, so I put that on a red paper clip. I got the red in 3 places. So the red paper clip, I just punched out these 3 hearts, and then you are a bug deal. I went with the Elizabeth Craft Designs bee. It was actually pretty easy to put together, not hard at all, but I did just make the bee. I didn't make the flower or the honey pot. This is the stencil that I used from Heidi Swapp. It is a Honeycomb to Me. This is from 2013. I maybe have used it twice, so yay me. I did get a couple stickers from the sticker sheet on here, but most of the things here, my embossing paste I used was Dreamweaver. I've had this for a long time, and it has stayed in excellent condition. I'm not going to open it up again, but it is still usable. I used some of these gems from Pink Fresh Studio, and the mists that I used Color Shine in Navy, and the Spritz from Shimmer's Paint in Powder Puff. There is dimension behind my little bee here. There's dimension behind the photo. I did not put dimension behind this paper because of the fact that it is on some mixed media. I honestly wished I maybe not have done the inking, but it is what it is. I'm not going to obviously start again. All in all, I'm happy with the outcome. Great sketch to work with. The collection is adorable. Again, this is my collection obsession for June 2025. So we've got one layout done with it for the A Cherry on Top Sketch Challenge. I will be posting this up to the gallery, so you will find it there at A Cherry on Top. Let me know if you're playing along this week. I'd love to take a look. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye.